Hey friends, we're here at Umarex. I'm here with Mark. We've got a new version of the Air Javelin, but it's now powered by the nitrogen cartridge, right?
That's right, Tyler. So a very familiar platform. It works just like all the other ones do. Ambidextrous charging handle. The difference being we've got nitro air cylinder on this thing now. So what's more to say about it? You're getting a convenient, no compressor, no pumping, use of an air bow product.
Yeah, and this makes a lot more sense to me. I mean, the PCB version makes a lot of sense on its own, right? But but this is a really good use, in my opinion, for that nitro air cartridge. For those of you that are actually going to use this in a hunting application, you don't need, the other one was like 30, 40 shots. I mean, it was a ton of shots.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, that's great, right?
Yeah.
But this makes a lot of sense, and it's not like the nitro cartridge is ever going to leak on you, so you just attach it and you're good. If you only take a couple shots, not a huge deal, right?
That's right. And so these cartridges basically behave just like a CO2 cartridge in that you can store them forever in safe conditions, dry and cool. So you can buy what you need, use it as you need it, like hunters do with their hunting ammo on their rifles and such. So we're very excited about this one for 2025.
Yeah, and I noticed it's got this kind of arrow guide on the front. We didn't have that on the original.
Correct.
So are you seeing, from my memory, when we tested the Air Javelin Pro, it was phenomenally accurate. Does this help even more?
We couldn't tell any differences in the accuracy, so I think it's not hurting it for sure.
Good. So it's really more about keeping the arrow in place once it's knocked.
That's right.
I guess if you want to say it that way.
Correct.
Awesome. All right. So the nitro javelin, guys. There's way more here. So Mark and I are going to go move around, and we'll see you in a second. All right. So Mark, I see red dot. I see Glock. I love it. Tell us more.
Sure. So brand new for 2025, MOS ready Glock product. So we got a 17 here. This is a blowback, a 3/4 blowback model, but it's optic ready. So we've got an adapter plate set that will accept the 4 major footprints for this. So you can put whatever you want to on it.
Awesome.
We've got our little red dot on it that's super lightweight, so that won't affect the action there. So this is the 17 Gen 5 version, and over here we've got a 19. You'll notice it's got an extended magazine, so
cool.
to get blowback out of a 19, you got to push that CO2 cartridge down further, but you get full blowback out of this one. Yeah.
So I assume this commands a little higher price point.
Yeah, a little bit higher price point. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but it'll be negligible over the other one. But yeah, very exciting product here.
Yeah.
These are in 177, and on the airsoft side, we've got green gas and CO2 versions of these same type of designs.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So guys, red dots are definitely becoming more of a thing. We've seen more of them over the last couple of years, and Umarex is definitely leading the way. And this is the same MOS system that Glock uses basically on their firearms, right?
Essentially, as far as the plates go, there's going to be a difference. You cannot interchange the plates.
With the firearm.
But you can use the same type of optics on it.
But you could take your Trijicon RMR and use one of the plates and go, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you get that training parity between your firearm and your air gun.
Yeah.
Awesome
Not to mention holster fit as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. The MOS thing, guys, if you're into pistols with red dots, I think you guys are going to eat this up. All right, guys. So Umarex, if you don't know, has a whole bunch of products that are for like personal defense, personal protection. We do sell many of them, and you should check them out if this is something you're into. But Mark, tell us what's new for 2025 in this
for this year, we've got an AR-15 pattern marker, 68 caliber. The cool thing about this is that you can feed it with either a magazine. Now this is a stopper magazine. This is not meant to have any bullets in it because it's got a hopper feed up here.
Got it.
So that's just a plug for that. Now there is a version of it. You can run it.
I'll hold it.
Yeah, you get that?
Yeah.
With the magazine. So that magazine there can accept strike first strike type ammo.
Okay.
So you can get some good accuracy at longer ranges with it. Forearm's got M-lock slots in it, full-length Picatinny rail on top, adjustable power regulator so you can dial in for the appropriate situation.
That's super neat. And runs off 88 gram CO2, so nothing that's unfamiliar to any of the air gunners out there. And this would be, obviously it has like law enforcement application, right? Yeah. But from an individual standpoint, you're shooting rubber balls, paint balls?
Don't want to shoot rubber, or I'm sorry, don't want to shoot paint at all out of this. It's going to smash in the barrel, but rubber, solid projectiles, our new core defense ammo will be great for that.
Cool.
And so dust and pepper applications as well there. So,
Very cool. So if you're looking for an alternative to a firearm potentially, you should absolutely give these P2P guns a look. They're very cool and a lot of personal defense application here. So Umarex broadening their footprint into some other awesome areas, man. Thank you so much, Mark. This is great. Guys, we don't have anything else to talk about. Mark and I are just going to BS for a minute. I'm kidding.
It's been a great day, hasn't it?
Yeah, so far anyway.
Let me see what I got in my pocket, though.
Yeah, let's take a look.
All right.
All right, so this little bit of goodness is an adapter of some sort.
That's right, yeah. So this is going to take the N2 cartridge and adapt to M18. So any air gun that takes an M18 model, you can now run a nitro air cartridge on it with this little adapter. Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so think about it this way, guys. If you have a bottle gun, you want to convert over to use the nitrogen cartridges, that's what this little guy is for. And that could be anything really, right? Because
that's right,
nitrogen and air that you put into your PCP are completely interchangeable. So if you're going camping, you're taking a trip and you don't want to haul the air tank or the compressor, right? That's where this comes in. You pick up a couple of the cartridges and you're out there shooting without all of the extra accessory equipment.
Yeah, one of the first things we heard when we developed the nitro air cartridges is like, I want to keep this as the backup plan.
Oh, sure.
So to keep your air gun running, and especially, guys that's got, that were using a hand pump and they got out of it because their hand pump broke or they got to where they couldn't pump it, put this on your gun and you can swap it over and then you can shoot as you need to.
Very cool. And how much is this going to be?
Don't have the retail on it, but it is. It's going to be affordable. Of course.
Sure.
It's not going to be bad at all.
Yeah. So an easy way to convert your PCPs, your bottle guns, over to use those nitro air cartridges. Very cool. Innovations all the time from Umarex, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Tyler.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you showing me the new stuff.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the AGM booth. We are unveiling our newest innovations, one of which is this Adder V2 at a 1280 resolution, which lovingly has a 2.5 base mag to start. A lot of customers said that they wanted a lower base mag on something like this. You can go all the way to 28X. But what's really cool is you got two internal 18650s, one removable 18650, and now you're getting about 13 hours of runtime with a built-in LRF and ballistics calculator, all in one, with a 1280 res. Still comes with the ADM mounts for quick release if you want to take it off one gun and put it on another. You can sight in 5 different guns, and each one of them has its own zeroing. Each one of them works flawlessly with the ballistics calculator.
All right, this is Jake Wagner. I'm the general manager of Barra Airguns. We're here at the 2025 SHOT Show, and we're here to show you what we've got new this past year and coming this year in 2025. First up is this. This is where it all started for us. This is the 1866 multi-pump. We launched this gun in 2019. It was our first new gun with the Barra brand, and we've launched the Gen 2 version of this gun at the end of 2024. And some of the new features on the Gen 2 1866, this is a multi-pump rifle. So you have a metal pump arm. It's still 1 to 10 pumps, which will get you about 300 to 800 feet per second. And some of the improvements this year, we've got a dovetail rail mount on here. So you can directly mount an optic to the receiver. And we've also added a pellet loading door. So you'll see here, some people with bigger fingers or struggle to get this pellet in here. Even if you have small fingers, it can be tricky. So we have this little loading ramp. You can simply drop a pellet right in that ramp and roll it into the breech. So that really just simplifies anybody wanting to shoot pellets. We recommend pellets for anyone wanting to shoot these more accurately. And then some of the other improvements, we just added some strength to the receiver components. So it's stronger now and has still the same iconic look as the 1866 and affordable price point. All right, next up we've got the 250Z. This is a new PCP that we just launched this past October in 2024. So this is a unique PCP in that it has an over the barrel air design. So you have, as you can see, a single barrel, and so it creates a more of a firearm look, or it creates a lot of opportunities to do unique designs with this technology. So this rifle comes in 22 or 25 caliber. We have a Veil Camo edition here, which I'm holding in my right hand, and then we have a standard tan model. This gun retails for about $450. It comes with the M-LOK accessory mounts. So this one has, some grip covers. We have a bipod here. It has a standard length Picatinny rail on the top here, and then you also have the ability to change out like your buttstock if you wanted a different buttstock. This is a mil-spec buffer tube, and then we have a AR style grip, and these are compatible to install any other AR grips that you want that are non-beaver tail. So we have, like this example here, we have a B5 grip on it, and we have an adjustable buttstock. So, but we really tried to make this buttstock a good quality stock, so you can obviously adjust it for your length of pull, but you can also adjust the cheek rest, which you simply unscrew that and you can adjust it to whatever height you want. Now this gun has an externally adjustable regulator right here. It takes a fill probe. It's a 3600 25 PSI fill, and you get about you can expect about 40 shots out of the box. And this one will get around 50 foot-pounds as well out of the box. And then you have, like I said, the adjustable regulator, an adjustable hammer spring to really dial in based on what type of shooting that you want to do. So we're really excited about this gun. It's been a fun one for us to launch. Great accuracy, great power, and really a unique look. So check it out, the Barra 250, new this year. So next up, we are launching, we have Gen 2 of the 400E. So this is a gun we launched about 3 years ago. It's the first fully automatic electric BB gun. So this year we have the tan version, which we've had for a few years, but we also launched a polymer version. And so the polymer version has the same internal components, except it's slightly shorter overall length, a shorter inner barrel. But then we have a nylon polymer upper, lower, and handguard and suppressor. So what that allows us to do is at a more affordable price point. We are including a battery and charger with each gun now, and some of the big upgrades to Gen 2, besides having this polymer version, we have these flip-up sights, which are adjustable for windage and elevation. We have a 100-round magazine that comes standard, and we've increased the power. The velocity you're getting is around 430 feet per second, up from around 400 before. And one thing with that is we're launching these precision ground steel BBs. So this has a tight bore barrel, which allows you to get great velocity, but a lot of BBs on the market available today are pretty inconsistent with the tolerances. And so what we've done is we're launching actually later this month, these precision ground BBs that are designed specifically for full auto guns. So you're gonna have a lot better feeding experience, whether you're loading your magazine, shooting the gun, you're gonna have more consistent velocity and higher power levels. So stay tuned to check these out. They'll be available here in the next couple weeks. And then last but not least, we have the Gen 2 of our first PCP, which is the 1100Z. So this gun is now regulated. So the original model was not. The air tube has been increased in length, which will allow you to that allows us to put in the regulator without suffering any loss in air capacity. So we've also upgraded the hammer, and the side lever is improved. So a better shooting experience, improved velocity, and now we're offering this in 22 and 25 caliber. So these are both available now on the site. It has some of the same features that people loved about the first gun, with the adjustable stock, the full metal breech, and we have like the aluminum shroud. We have the UNF half 20 threads on the end cap. So really all the great things about the Gen 1 gun, plus the upgrades in Gen 2, and the gun is still coming in at the same price, a similar price. So $275 for the black, and then $300 for the camo version that I have here. So that we're really excited about. Still, you can add a bipod, things like that. Here's the black one without, the suppressor on it. So we're excited to show you guys these new items and keep telling us what you want to see. We've got some exciting projects that we're working on for new things we're launching later this year and next year. So thanks for checking us out, and have a great year, guys.
All right, guys, we are here at the AirForce Raw booth. This is a Micro Hunter. You guys know we've reviewed it, but this one has a pump action. You see that? Pump action. And this will fit any Raw with the chassis. I don't know about the wood stocks, but definitely with the chassis. You got a guide rail here, pump action handle, connects to your charging lever. This thing's pretty cool. We don't have a price point just yet, but expect this to be a bolt-on accessory that you can pick up to retrofit your Raw in the very near future. There's another thing we got to show you here, so we're going to reposition and show you something bigger. Guys, meet the Tex Rex. This is AirForce's new version of the Texan with a huge upgrade on the valve system. Guys, you are looking at 800 foot-pounds in the old version of the Texan LSS CF or the 34-inch barreled standard CF. This is upping that power level to 1,100 foot-pounds of energy. Holy cow. Now, we've got a new carbon bottle on the back of this gun. It's gonna fill to 4,500 PSI as well. So you're getting a huge power upgrade, a little bit higher pressure, but the same great package. I assume this is gonna shove a little bit more than our current Texans, but this is gonna be coming to you very, very soon. We've also got a new forend developed here. So you got a bunch of M-LOK slots on this, a little beefier in the hand, and I suspect you're gonna need it because, like I said, this is probably gonna shove more, so you're gonna wanna get a little better hold of things. Now, for now, this is only gonna be available in the 50, but 45 and the other calibers are, of course, coming at some point in the near future. But this new 510 Tex Rex, holy cow, guys, this is gonna be awesome. All right, guys, new little add-on part here from AirForce Raw for your HM1000X. We've got a couple different plenum extensions coming here. This is a 45cc unit. There's gonna be a 35cc unit as well, and a 20cc bolt-on extension. So let's say you want 65 cc's of plenum volume, you're gonna be able to do it with a 45 and a 20 extension. Now this is gonna give you a ton of tuning possibilities on this platform, which is awesome to see. I know a lot of you guys have seen stuff like this in the aftermarket, but Raw is taking that in-house and putting it out themselves, which is awesome. Another new detail on this HM that we're seeing here, this is gonna be coming very soon. This is a little different power adjuster for that hammer spring that's actually got detent positions built into it. So you're not just free turning that adjuster at the back anymore. It's gonna click into place, give you a little bit finer and more repeatable adjustment. And if I'm getting the message that the guys at Raw here are trying to send, I'm thinking we're getting more tunability out of these guns in the very near future. You can already see that starting to trickle in, but I think there's more stuff coming down the pipeline that's going to enhance that further. So very cool enhancements from Raw. All right, friends, last thing here at the AirForce Raw booth for the day. This is an AirForce Condor. You guys know it, you've seen it, you love it. The one thing we hear a lot about this gun is that it is loud. Of course, it's pushing a lot of power. So AirForce has their new FAT system, fast attached thread system. Now this is a QD that uses the pre-existing holes in the frame to slide right on. Look at this. Slides on, goes in, hits those two screw points, and you rotate and it locks into place. It's a little more than that, but you get the idea. And that's gonna give you half 20 threads on the end to add a moderator of your choice and quiet things down. In the past, you had to get some like obscure adapter. You gotta put, you know, little set screws on the barrel, it marks it up. This is a very cool new system from AirForce to help you keep things backyard friendly with your Condor. Guys, I thought we were done, but we're not done. We have a 30 caliber addition to the Raw Mini. So it was 22, 25, and now we've got 30, which is freaking awesome. So they are talking about 850, maybe 900, depending on how that hammer spring is adjusted with 44 grain JSBs, and you've still got that big old carbon bottle on there to give you a decent shot count. But in 30 cal, there's not a lot in terms of game animals that's gonna stand in your way. This is gonna be awesome for those of you that do pest control, right? Or if you wanna stretch your legs, get you a nice compact gun, but in a larger caliber. So I love the Mini. I think it's the perfect blend of size and shot count and features and power. This 30 is a very cool addition in my mind. I hope you guys think so as well. A lot of new stuff here from AirForce and Raw. Very cool, the new Mini 30 cal. Well, friends, we've seen some air guns, some scopes, some accessories. It's been a good time here at SHOT Show, but I'm tired. I need a nap. Maybe a drink and a nap. We'll see. But keep an eye on the website for all the latest and greatest airgun stuff from the SHOT Show, and we'll see you next year.